Hey there, science fans! Welcome to an exciting journey into the very core of what makes you, well, you. Have you ever stopped to think about what's really going on inside your body, beneath your skin, and even deeper than your bones? Today, we're going to peel back the layers and discover the incredible science that's happening every second, right inside you. Have you ever wondered what you're actually made of? Sure, you might know about muscles, bones, and organs, but there's a whole universe of tiny parts working together to keep you alive and thriving. Every time you look at your hands or feel your heartbeat, remember, there's a microscopic world at work, making it all possible. I'm not just talking about bones and organs, but the teeny tiny molecules that make up every single cell in your body. Imagine zooming in with a super-powered microscope. What you'd see isn't just a blur, but a bustling city of molecules, each with a special job. These molecules are so small, millions could fit on the tip of a pin, yet they're absolutely essential for life. We call these essential molecules biomolecules. They're the chemical building blocks that make up every living thing on Earth, from the tiniest bacteria to the tallest trees. And of course, you. Biomolecules come in many shapes and sizes, each with a unique role to play in keeping you healthy and alive. They're like the Lego bricks of life, coming together in countless ways to build you from the ground up. Just like you can use Lego pieces to create cars, castles, or spaceships, your body uses biomolecules to create everything from your skin and hair to your heart and brain. The possibilities are endless, and the combinations are what make each person unique. Biomolecules are critical for everything you do: breathing, thinking, growing, even reading this essay. Every time you take a breath, blink your eyes, or laugh with your friends, biomolecules are hard at work behind the scenes. They help your body turn food into energy, repair itself when you get a cut, and even help you remember your favorite song. They provide energy, build and repair tissues, carry messages, and so much more. Think of them as your body's construction workers, messengers, and power plants all rolled into one. Without biomolecules, your muscles wouldn't move, your brain couldn't think, and your heart wouldn't beat. They're the unsung heroes of your everyday life. Without them, life as we know it wouldn't exist. Imagine a world without energy, growth, or even the ability to heal. A world where nothing could live, move, or change. That's how important biomolecules are. They're the difference between a living, breathing world and a lifeless one. So, let's dive in and explore the fascinating world of biomolecules. Get ready to uncover the secrets of life's tiniest yet most powerful building blocks. By the end of this journey, you'll see yourself and the world around you in a whole new way. Let's get started. Before we meet the biomolecule all-stars, let's talk about what makes them tick. Biomolecules are mostly organic molecules, meaning they contain carbon. Carbon is a super social atom. It loves to bond with other atoms, especially hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. This bonding frenzy creates a vast array of complex molecules. But wait, there's more. These molecules aren't just random jumbles of atoms. They contain special groups of atoms called functional groups that give them unique characteristics and dictate how they interact with other molecules. For instance, the hydroxyl group, OH, makes molecules like sugars dissolve easily in water, while the carboxyl group, COOH, gives molecules acidic properties. Let's start with carbohydrates, the superstars of quick energy. These molecules are made up of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, usually in a 1:2:1 ratio. Think of them as your body's primary fuel source, kind of like gasoline for your car. Carbohydrates come in different sizes. Simple sugars like glucose and fructose are the smallest and provide instant energy. Complex carbohydrates like starch, which you find in potatoes and rice, and fiber, which is found in fruits and veggies, are made of long chains of simple sugars and provide a slower, more sustained release of energy. Next up are lipids, a diverse group including fats, oils, and waxes. Lipids are made mostly of carbon and hydrogen, with a sprinkle of oxygen. Unlike carbohydrates, they don't dissolve well in water. Think of how oil floats on top of water. Lipids are champions at storing energy. Those extra calories you eat, your body often converts them into triglycerides, which is a type of fat, and stores them for later use. Lipids also form the structural basis of cell membranes. Like phospholipids, act as chemical messengers, such as steroids like hormones, and even help regulate inflammation through molecules called prostaglandins. Imagine a bustling city, where countless workers are busy at every hour, building skyscrapers, fixing roads, and keeping everything running smoothly. In your body, proteins are like these tireless construction workers, always on the job, building, repairing, and maintaining the very fabric of your cells and tissues. Without them, your body would simply not function. Proteins are essential for life itself, working behind the scenes to keep you healthy and strong. But what exactly are proteins made of? At their core, proteins are long chains of smaller building blocks called amino acids. You can picture them as beads threaded together on a string, each bead representing a different amino acid. These chains can be hundreds or even thousands of amino acids long, and the order in which they're arranged is crucial. It's like spelling out a word where every letter matters. There are 20 different types of amino acids, each with its own unique shape, size, and chemical personality. Some are small and simple, while others are large and complex. This diversity allows proteins to take on an incredible variety of forms and functions, depending on how these amino acids are combined and arranged. The amazing thing about proteins is their versatility. Just like a team of experts with different skills, proteins can do almost anything your body needs. They can act as builders, repair crews, messengers, and even defenders. No matter the task, there's a protein ready to step in and get the job done. For example, some proteins act as enzymes, which are like the master chemists of your body. Enzymes speed up the countless chemical reactions that happen every second, making sure everything runs efficiently. Without enzymes, these reactions would be far too slow to keep you alive. Other proteins serve as antibodies, which are your body's personal security team. They patrol your bloodstream, searching for invaders like bacteria and viruses. When they find a threat, they latch on and help neutralize it, keeping you safe from infections and disease. And that's not all. Some proteins even function as hormones, acting as messengers that carry important signals between your cells. Hormones help coordinate everything from your growth and metabolism to your mood and sleep patterns, ensuring your body stays in perfect balance. What makes each protein so special is its unique three-dimensional shape. This shape is determined by the exact sequence of amino acids and how the chain folds up, twists, and loops around itself. It's like origami at the molecular level. One wrong fold, and the protein might not work as it should. Change the shape, and you change the protein's function. This is why even tiny changes in a protein's structure can have big effects on your health. In the end, proteins are the ultimate multitaskers, working around the clock to keep your body running smoothly, adapting to whatever challenges come your way. Now let's meet the information keepers, nucleic acids. These extraordinary molecules are at the very heart of what makes life possible. Without them, the instructions for building and running every living thing on Earth would be lost. Nucleic acids are the master archivists of biology, carefully storing, copying, and transmitting the information that defines every organism, from the tiniest bacterium to the largest whale. They are the reason you have your unique features, and why living things can grow, adapt, and evolve over time. These remarkable molecules store and transmit genetic information, telling your cells how to build and maintain you. Imagine them as the ultimate instruction manuals, containing every detail needed to assemble and operate a living organism. Every cell in your body relies on these instructions to function properly, whether it's making new skin, repairing a muscle, or fighting off an infection. The information encoded in nucleic acids is so precise and reliable that it can be faithfully copied and passed on, generation after generation, ensuring the continuity of life. There are two main types: DNA, which stands for deoxyribonucleic acid, and RNA, or ribonucleic acid. While they share some similarities, each plays a unique and vital role in the cell. DNA is the long-term storage device, holding onto genetic information like a secure vault. RNA, meanwhile, is more like a courier, delivering messages and instructions to different parts of the cell. Together, they form a dynamic duo, working in harmony to keep life running smoothly. DNA is like the master blueprint of your cells, containing all the instructions for building and maintaining your entire body. Every trait you inherit, your eye color, your height, even your susceptibility to certain diseases, can be traced back to the information stored in your DNA. This molecule is incredibly stable and can last for thousands of years, which is why scientists can study the DNA of ancient organisms to learn about the past. The double helix structure of DNA, with its elegant twists and turns, is one of the most iconic images in science, symbolizing the complexity and beauty of life itself. It resides within the nucleus of your cells and is passed down from generation to generation. This inheritance is what connects you to your ancestors and to future generations. Every time a cell divides, it makes an exact copy of its DNA, ensuring that the genetic blueprint is preserved. This process is so accurate that only a tiny number of errors or mutations occur, some of which can lead to new traits or even drive evolution. The continuity of DNA across generations is what allows life to persist and adapt over millions of years. RNA, on the other hand, acts as a messenger, carrying genetic instructions from DNA to the protein-making machinery of the cell. But that's not all. There are actually several types of RNA, each with its own special job. Messenger RNA, or mRNA, delivers the genetic code from the DNA to the ribosomes where proteins are made. Transfer RNA, or tRNA, helps assemble the building blocks of proteins, while ribosomal RNA, or rRNA, forms part of the ribosome itself. Together, these RNAs ensure that the right proteins are made at the right time, keeping your cells healthy and active. Both DNA and RNA are made up of building blocks called nucleotides, which are like the individual letters in the language of life. Each nucleotide is a small but mighty molecule, and when linked together, they form the long chains that make up DNA and RNA. The order of these nucleotides is what creates the genetic code, spelling out the instructions for every function and feature of a living organism. Each nucleotide consists of three parts: a sugar molecule, a phosphate group, and a nitrogenous base. The sugar and phosphate form the backbone of the DNA or RNA strand, while the nitrogenous base is the part that carries the genetic information. There are 4 different bases in DNA: adenine, thymine, cytosine, and guanine, and a slightly different set in RNA. The specific pairing of these bases is what allows DNA to replicate so accurately, and RNA to carry out its diverse functions. The sequence of these bases determines the genetic code, much like the order of letters in a sentence conveys meaning. Just as rearranging letters can create new words and ideas, changing the order of bases can lead to new traits, adaptations, or even diseases. This code is read and interpreted by the cell, guiding every process that keeps you alive. In essence, nucleic acids are the language of life, and understanding them unlocks the secrets of our existence. Remember those nucleotides we just talked about? Well, they have another important job beyond genetics energy transfer. One particular nucleotide, adenosine triphosphate, or ATP, is like the cellular currency of energy. When your cells break down food, they capture some of the released energy and store it in ATP molecules. This stored energy can then be used to power all sorts of cellular processes, like muscle contraction, nerve impulse transmission, and even the building of new molecules. Think of ATP as a rechargeable battery that keeps your cells running smoothly.